Are we doing the dad beef or what?
Dad dilemma.
Dad dilemma?
Dad beef.
Dad beef.
Wow. Yeah. Kima.
There you go.
Does anybody have
We're doing the kima.
anybody have a dad beef?
I thought we talked about the couch test. Let's say your wife's out, you're at home, just watching the basketball game. She comes in. Do you get off the couch or do you keep sitting and keep watching?
Oh, that's a great question.
Right? That's a dilemma.
It depends on the context. Is she coming home with the kids and groceries and all that?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm getting up for sure.
Game
100%.
Wait, you're getting up?
I'm gonna help out with like.
Dude, if you don't
But what?
Kids.
But I think it depends on the context, because if she's coming home from like a girls' night and the game is on, like, am I getting up just to be like, oh, welcome home?
My wife doesn't do that. I wish she would, but she don't.
But
always working.
but I don't know. Like, would if she's coming home from a girls' night?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like if she like sometimes she'll go do like something for herself, and then it's like we're having
No, if the kids are around, you better be doing something productive.
yeah.
I get up and start like grabbing something like, hey, let's go. I'm working. I'm busy.
Yeah, I think if I'm with the kids, 3 against 1, there's no way I'm sitting on the couch anyways.
Yeah.
Unless like I got overwhelmed and are we recording? We've been recording. Okay.
He doesn't miss a
I know.
chance. Come on, he's like master.
Is that recording too?
Yeah, dude, everything's recording. It's being streamed.
Okay. But if I'm with the kids and I'm on the couch, that means that I got lazy or tired and just have them with me. In which case we're all getting up. All right, let's go. Yeah, turn off Daniel Tiger. It's time to move.
I'm usually like, again, it depends. But yeah, if she's coming home from like some errands or something, yeah, then I get up.
I think you gotta.
I'm like in
sitting.
Yeah.
No.
It sounds like you're a sitter. Sounds like you're.
Well,
There are some guys who are.
Hey,
I am.
I applaud you. I
am
applaud
an
your sitting.
opportunistic sitter. So if my wife's coming in from like a girls' night or something, then yeah, I'm gonna sit and continue watching the game because Knicks matter more to me than my relationship or whatever team. So yeah, that's that.
Good on you.
That takes more precedence in that time. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like get up and like
Grab it.
should I have like a drink ready? Like when they welcome you to the resort and they have like a drink ready, like
तशरीफ रखिए.
yeah, like oh, आप drink पियेंगी? मैं चाय लाऊं? Soda? Cool. All right. Welcome, everyone. This is another episode of NaanSense. This is a place where men reaching their middle ages can talk about their feelings and talk about all the things that they deal with, whether it's coming of age, becoming a dad, managing a relationship, or managing your career. Oftentimes, men don't find spaces to have these open conversations, and we leave no stone unturned. So welcome, folks. We have a big episode today. We're going to be talking about lots of stuff. But I think our biggest topic I want to talk about, and I want to pose this question to you, is kind of travel. And then within that, traveling as you remember as a kid versus traveling now as a parent. Likes, dislikes, differences. What do you see? I know it's a lot, but take it any which way you want to go.
True, leave no stone unturned.
No stone unturned.
I don't know. All right, let's start with the traumatic stories. You guys have any traumatic travel stories?
Not super traumatic. No,
I mean,
think so.
I don't have a traumatic story, but something that sticks out to me, which I wouldn't do now as an adult, is we'd have family visit from Pakistan when I was younger, and we would rent a car and drive up to Niagara Falls and go there.
Yeah.
And we'd pack all the food that we could possibly take for
Absolutely.
every single meal.
Kebab,
Yeah,
kebab sandwich.
Kebab roll,
Packed, and not even kebab sandwiches. They were
the
like
kettle to make the chai,
they were
roadside.
just the plain kebab in bread, biryani, chicken, like barbecue chicken tandoori wrapped in foil, and we take it up there, watch the waterfall of Niagara Falls, and eat biryani there. And that's
That was
like the
it.
one thing that sticks out.
Those are like core memories, right? Like going on a road trip with your family. And I feel like the definition of a vacation for me as a kid versus what my kids think about, for a vacation, totally night and day.
Would you do that now? Would you
the
cook?
road trip? No, absolutely not.
Why?
It's too much work.
But I think there's some trauma to that, because now you got to travel. If you ever travel with your parents now, it's a miserable experience for them, because you take them to any restaurant that's not a Desi restaurant, game over. You will never hear the end of it. They're like, "Yaar, khana ghar ka nahi." Like, they want home food.
They want home food. They want
Desi
food.
Right? So you end up like, there's no travel I've done with my parents where we don't just go to Indian restaurants, and inevitably they'll strike up a conversation with the restaurant owner, asking where they're from, and like, I feel like the same conversation happens every single time, over and over.
So you said it was a core memory, but was it a core memory because you hadn't experienced anything else that was better? Or what is it? What is it like? Truly a core memory?
No, I think the core memory part is having those experiences with my family, the road trips, the memories, unique childhood type of.
Did your parents take you guys traveling outside the U.S.?
All the time.
Nice.
Hardly ever. So
wow.
Yeah, we did one trip when I was like 11 or 12 to England and Pakistan. I mean, we stopped over in England and we went to Pakistan.
Had biryani.
Had biryani, of course, right? Saw a bunch of Desis, more Desis in England than, Pakistan. And that was it. That's why I say the definition of traveling is so different for me versus my kids. Traveling as a kid was just road trips. And even the road trips, most of them were like day trips, right? So I grew up around LA. There's a place called Solvang. It's like a Danish-themed little town, quaint, beautiful. So anytime somebody from out of town would come, we were going to Solvang.
Yeah.
And we would drive all the way up there. It's like 3 hours away.
Castle? Did you guys go to the castle?
None of that. Just to Solvang.
Did you walk on the street?
Castle probably involved tickets. And we weren't doing anything with tickets, right? So we would go to Solvang. We would walk on the street a little bit. And we wouldn't buy food. We would have the kebab rolls,
course,
right?
Of course.
And then we would drive home. And that's 6 or 7 hours of driving for like 2 hours of being in Solvang. And that was the whole trip.
Oh man, this like struck a chord, because other times when family would visit us in New York, we would take that, and they would come during wintertime.
Yeah.
And we'd take them to see the Christmas tree, the Rockefeller Christmas tree.
Yeah.
God forbid we ever got out and like explored and walked and saw like the windows that were decorated and stuff like that. No, everyone was in the car. We waited an hour because it was jam packed in traffic. And literally the 2 seconds we'd get, it would be like, and be like, oh, they call it a tree. Yeah. That's it. And then like, oh, that's it. Sorry, time's up. Time's up.
And us kids were just like raw dogging in the back, right? Like, like we didn't have no iPads, nothing. Like 6, 7 hours of driving. You're just like quiet, happy. You're just happy to be out of the house, not watching
It's crazy because I have so many memories that there was other times where family would come for the 4th of July, and we would spend the entire day in sweltering heat in Manhattan. Yeah. On the FDR. Like, I have core memories of like carrying the cooler and stuff like that. The cooler had kebab rolls, sham kebabs, and
I love it.
Yeah, amazing.
And we'd be there till night.
Did you guys ever go to Pakistan or?
Yeah.
The one trip I did was to Pakistan. Yeah. The traumatic part, you asked about trauma. I mean, there was a lot of trauma actually on that trip. So I take back when I said I didn't have any trauma on these trips, but the mosquitoes. So one day I was like, my cousin, my older cousin was like, let's go, we'll sleep outside. It's so hot, let's sleep outside. By like, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning, we're just like bit up and all like, and then like the diarrhea and just everything, right? Like everything compounded.
I mean, why do you have such sweet blood? You're such a sweet guy, Sajid. You're such a sweet guy.
Like really, it was so nice. Like we met so many people. So much family.
And I think about like how that compares to travel now.
Yeah.
Because like my kid, it's such a different experience.
So different. So, I mean, thinking about how different it is for me versus my kids, my oldest kid is 10 years old. By now he's, thankfully been on multiple flights and has all these like kind of interesting experiences. The first time I went on a plane, I think I was like 10. And we went to Houston. My mom and her sister, so my Kala, went to Houston to meet our mamu. We stopped over in Phoenix because the tickets are cheaper that way on Southwest back in the day, right? Like everything was around an economic decision, right? Everything, every like down to the smallest detail was always around how do you optimize the dollar, right? And now I feel lucky to be able to not always have to do that, right? Obviously, I'm so cheapskate because I grew up like that, but it's not as bad for sure.
How about you, Emad?
You have to remember the first like 11 years I grew up in Pakistan. So when I was in Pakistan, we kind of had similar vacations. We'd go to Bangladesh because that was like where my family is from. And very interesting experience because for whatever reason, my family is much taller than most Bangladeshis. So just a
humble brag here.
Yeah, okay.
Get it, bro.
I'm sorry.
You're tall.
I'm sorry, Ritik Roshan. Okay, I'm sorry.
yes. But it's fun because every time we'd go, it's just like you go there and you look like giant. Like compared to other kids,
Do people like look at you like all like weird and they're just like who are you?
I mean, they'd have to turn off ceiling fans so that we don't hit our head. That was weird.
Were they like stopping to take pictures with you?
No, so there my first memory I have going to Bangladesh is somebody knocks on the door. I show up, I go outside, and there's 6 kids holding like a big like blanket, like they're all holding like one corner of it, and they're like, we're here to kidnap you. I'm like, let me call the parents. But that's why I was like, oh, dude, I'm not messing around with people here. But it definitely stood out. So I'm like, somehow they found out I live here.
Oh my God.
I never told anybody this story, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, why were they? What do you mean?
So then what? It was like, how old
Dude.
are these kids?
These are like 12-year-olds.
And how old are you at this time?
I'm like 8.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
why are they there to kidnap you? You're just like the privileged guy.
Like they're just
I don't know why.
It's a
Like,
prank
it's
joke?
just
Or, like,
no, like
prank or
apparently
something?
this happened. Like apparently this was a thing where
Well,
like
it's not a prank.
not a prank. Like and I should not have gone up to the
Yeah,
door.
yeah. Wow.
So I'm like, that's pretty insane that happened. And like there were
Wait, what?
I have not seen this many human beings anywhere. Like I don't know if you guys have been to like dense
Just
populated
being
places,
racist. Bro.
but it was insane. Oh, I mean, I'm from there, so
Have
that
you
was like,
have you
I was
been
like,
to China?
is traveling a good idea?
Have you been to China?
No, not yet. But I'm sure that place is
Pretty dense.
pretty crazy.
Pretty dense too.
Okay, so like everyone's has like these core memories of travel. When you finally were able to travel on your own
Yeah.
and you didn't have to quote unquote slum it or do it the way that your parents did it, what was the first luxury that you indulged in?
Anything not kebab roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, good question. I don't really remember. I think more than financial indulgences, I think it was the independence of traveling in a new way. So when I really started traveling independently, it was in college. So I would go stay in hostel. My voice cracked. Did you hear that? That's because
Wow.
puberty
yeah,
is still on
No,
its way. Yeah.
either this is true or false. Who knows?
So I would go stay in hostels, the backpacking.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was really like fun.
Wow.
It was fun, and some places I would go completely by myself, like countries I'm in on my own. Like the first place I went to when I went to Europe was Amsterdam. Like landed
By yourself?
completely by myself. Like 21, I don't know, 20,
Wow.
something like that.
This recipe for disaster.
Total disaster. I'm surprised I'm here in front of you guys today.
My God.
And it was
Brownies.
I think I was like no.
Did you find your kid in there or your Anjali there?
I saw the glow of red lights, but I don't even know about that whole district. Nothing.
course.
Head down.
Of
you know,
course
like the whole
not.
time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know what's crazy? Okay, speaking of like me traveling, parents, whatever. Before I went to Amsterdam, my dad's like, he's like, "So you're gonna go to Amsterdam?" I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, does he know? Like, what's going on? He's like, "I've been there. It's a great city." And that's all he said.
That's all he said.
I was like,
Legend.
okay, you know.
That's
But
amazing.
I think, like, have you guys done an apples to apples comparison of a trip you took with your parents and one that you've taken with your kids?
Yeah, that's a good question. I haven't done that yet.
So I don't know if this happened. You guys probably were cool traveling, but when I first moved here was August 15th, 2001.
No, but
Wow.
Okay. So
That's like very
Not great.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to be that guy, but I have to be that guy. That is very peculiar timing, man. That like
Pakistan's wait, no,
No,
India's
just-
Independence Day,
I don't know.
and then also like 3 weeks before 9/11.
Suspiciously like 3 to 4 weeks before.
I looked at my passport. I'm like, this guy, Pakistani passport, lived in Saudi. His favorite game is Flight Simulator. They're looking for me. I knew it. But September 12th, my Chacha calls me. He's like, you know what? I gotta tell you something. In college, they're gonna tell you all these things. They're gonna say you have your voice and you can be free. Don't listen to any of that bullshit. Don't say shit. You're not traveling for the next 6 years until you get your U.S. citizenship.
Wow, head down.
Head down.
Head down.
Don't say anything to
Stay
anybody.
focused.
Stay focused.
So you didn't travel.
I didn't travel
for that time.
The first time I traveled from 2001. The next time is 2008 after I get my U.S. citizenship.
Took you like 6 years to get your degree.
No. Or citizenship.
Yeah.
But then I went to Brazil.
Wow.
Whoa. Yeah. Tell him what happened there.
I went to Rio and Sao Paulo. Yeah.
And what happened there?
I think I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go with friends? Did you go solo?
It was
No.
a really great library. I think he was telling me about it earlier, actually.
Yeah.
What?
Library.
Yeah.
A liar.
With a lot of red lights, apparently. Yeah.
No, I had a friend who like was from Brazil, and I went to undergrad with him, and he had just he was going home.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like you had to really throw that in there.
Yeah. I'm sure it
With
was
him, he was going. Good.
But I think the best travels I had was from like 2010 to 2017. Like I don't know if you guys had this time where like it's just you and your wife,
yeah.
and you're traveling 2 to 3 times a year abroad,
Yeah.
and it's just great. Like everywhere you go, whatever you want, like that was amazing.
That was
Yeah.
a really good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
for
was a good time.
Like
That was a good time.
Before kids, travel. Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, like there's no time when you wake up, when you go to sleep, go anywhere you want. Like, that
Yeah.
was
Yeah, it's like freedom.
freedom.
No.
And then the most traumatic one I just had recently, I feel like taking my kids on an airplane and them just losing it. My daughter, she wanted to sit on the window, forgot about it. The plane lands. We get out of the airplane. She's like, "Oh crap! I wanted to sit on the window. Let's go back." I'm like, "No, doesn't work like that." Throws a fit, and now I'm like kidnapping this little girl through the airport, and she's screaming at the top of her lungs. And her like mode operandi when she gets that pissed is just stand somewhere and just take off all her clothes. I'm like, oh, this is the worst.
God.
I'm like severely getting traumatized.
Yikes. That's tough. So I remember the first luxury that I indulged in after like traveling on my own was literally buying a coffee at the airport. Like my parents were such sticklers on not getting anything, no snacks. We packed our own stuff. Everything was packed to the gills. And like I just remember packing really lightly. So like I had like a little backpack and like a rollie. And like I was like, wow, this is so nice. And like I have very fond memories of like jumping on the suitcase so that my dad could like pull the zipper closed.
I know. And then
right?
the scale, measuring
and then we would measure
the
and
weight,
things like that. Things that my son will never know about, right? Because it's not like
You know, I think I know why. I know there's a deep-seated reason that this happens is because
wealth.
are we too privileged?
no. I think
I'm not saying we're wealthy, but
No.
they were really, really poor. It's kind of what it comes down to.
it's not just that they were poor. They like just kept listening to the news from Pakistan and the conversion rate. They're like, everything is so expensive because they convert. Like they never stopped converting stuff from dollars to rupees. And I think that's what became the problem. They're like, holy crap, a burger is 500 rupees. That's too expensive.
Well,
Better than now. It's like 50,000 rupees for the same burger now.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like you lived there 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Why are you comparing
Yeah,
to
why are you
anything
comparing?
here, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you guys have this like there's never an opportunity that my dad lets go where like back in the day this used to cost
Yeah, for sure.
like 5 cents. I'm like, dude, there's no concept of inflation or compounding.
No, yeah.
Like I'm like, dude, like there's no way I think
Changes in salary, nothing.
But I do think about it, right? Like if they just knew the concept of compounding, they would have invested their money and maybe.
Well, I think they were also in a very like survivalist, and everything is fleeting. You know, they ran from partition, they ran from other.
So are we too
areas.
privileged? Are we too privileged?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're too privileged, but I absolutely think that we're privileged. But that's a blessing, right? I think we've come a long way. I think our parents are probably really happy for it, that you're able to buy your $15 lattes when you go abroad.
You don't think they want you don't think there's a part of them that's like, oh man, I wish they took the biryani this time.
Kya kare?
I wish they took the shami kebab sandwich.
Do they? Yeah, I mean, obviously they have a different sensitivity to the value of money.
Where is the
Yeah.
bond?
Like my dad and I have had multiple conversations around like, do you really need this? Do you need a vehicle? So yes, I live in LA. I need a vehicle. You're gonna have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I think it's what they sacrifice for.
Yeah. They sacrifice so that I have the right to now go to a bougie Desi restaurant to buy a $20 paratha.
Khan Saab, here we come.
Here we come, Khan Saab. Shout out to Khan Saab. Great restaurant.
I don't think that it's that you have the right, but you have the choice.
Yeah, I feel like they were selfless in some ways, but I'm just like, when does it stop? You got to spend on yourself. Like, I don't know if you guys like ever have a finance conversation with your parents, but I'm like you like at some point you got to cash out on all of the savings, right?
Two things that I cannot do because I will get eviscerated. Have a finance conversation with my parents. And God forbid I have a finance conversation with my wife. That devolves into just
Sounds like it's a you problem. These are like three
I am
people.
the problem.
Three people.
I am. Why do you think I'm on this podcast? So both of you said, and this was a really good comment, that there was this golden period of travel, right? You were married or newly married, and you traveled. It was like pre-kids. Why? Like, what was that like?
Well, I don't think it was necessarily that was the only golden period of travel. In the interest of my wife might hear this podcast, I'll say it was a really great period. But this phase before that was also one of my favorite times that I was traveling because, like I was saying earlier, I was traveling alone. I was exploring things through a different lens. So in my mind, there are different seasons of travel. And yeah.
So poetic.
Yeah, it's very. I'm like Rumi. They call me Rumi. So yeah, I think like when I was a kid, I didn't get to travel much, really like big travel. I did these road trips, like I said, which were memories, and I loved them.
You're like an animal encaged.
But I think it gave me a sense of adventure. It was like, okay, I didn't have that. I want to go do it. So then I spent like a solid decade. Like that was a big part of who I was, and that was part of my identity, and that spilled over to the decade of being married. And I think the thing that makes it different than traveling with kids is, the level of freedom and independence, right? You can do anything, go anywhere, like sky's the limit. You're literally out there exploring things and totally spontaneous. I think my kids are the type of travelers that are affording us some level of that. But I got 3 kids. The youngest is still 3. So there's like logistical, constraints that
Sounds
we
like
have
you're
to.
not having a fun time. There's a lot to unpack
I'm having a great time. Get my wife. Get my wife on the show, and
Your face said otherwise.
No, it's funny. Like we took a trip recently, and my take on the trip, like anytime people ask me, like, "Oh, how was that trip to whatever?" Oh, it was a great. I had an awesome time. And then my wife is like, "It was
okay.
fun. Yeah, it was okay." I'm like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Yeah, it was okay. It was fine. It was fine." Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like that does happen often. Like there are trips where like my wife's had a great time, and I'm like, oh, I was just doing childcare is how I felt. And
You feel like you're doing the childcare?
there were times there,
Yeah.
like
Do you want me to corroborate that with your wife? Yeah? Yeah? Then we'll see what hardships will
well,
unpack then.
I was gonna mention
Which trip were you on when you were doing the childcare? Let's unpack this for a minute. He was doing childcare at the cruise, like on the cruise where they have childcare.
like,
You have to get them ready. You have to like sign a waiver.
the nanny. Somebody has to watch the nanny. It's just hard.
You have to read the waiver, like, come on.
Delegate, yeah.
It's not calm.
Okay, the one where you knew you were having a great time was one where my son was a year and a half, and we decided to leave him with my parents and travel for 10 days.
10 days.
That was crazy.
That's awesome. I love that.
But it got a little contentious because halfway through, like, I was like, all right, Zarish, you got to go home. I'm going to do the rest of the vacation myself because
What?
I was missing my kid.
Oh.
I was like,
But you sent your wife
I
home.
was like, I want my, but she was like, no, nobody wanted to go home.
I think solo traveling while we've been married and have kids is like a whole different topic. And I think
That's
all
true.
three of us can relate to that,
That's
especially.
It's called a business trip.
Yeah, business
Yeah,
trip.
tell me.
Or
Business trip.
or some sort of retreats, maybe.
Did you take like a retreat somewhere?
We don't talk about it. It's just business trip.
It was a business trip.
Yeah.
Can you explain the elements of that business trip?
I mean, like, for the first time.
Was there any business that was actually conducted
No,
on that
I'll
business?
tell you, like, well,
Did you sign any deals
it wasn't about the deals, but the thing
involving money?
for the first time I experienced an outdoor shower,
What was that part of the business deal?
Outdoor shower?
right?
What were you?
What is what even is an outdoor shower?
No, I experienced an outdoor shower, but not in a business deal.
Yeah, I mean,
What the hell?
Can you please tell me what happened?
like every trip that I take without my wife after kids should help your business in some way. Is how I justify it. I'm not going on a solo retreat.
I think it's a different topic altogether. I think we have to come back to it. Emad has to get his notes right.
You got to get your notes right. Yeah. Like I think there's some data that's
Trying to like
He needs to like prompt ChatGPT. Like, I've got a really sensitive situation here with solo retreats.
Yeah. Can you come back with like a proper AI?
good idea.
Outdoor showers. How do I answer this?
Yeah.
But have you like outdoor shower? Come on, guys.
What am I supposed to say?
Yeah, I mean, I've done outdoor showers at the beach. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's.
But his wasn't.
I don't think that's what you're
This
talking
is
about.
my hotel room.
Dude, he has like a core memory of this. Like there's something there.
Yeah, totally. Like this.
Was it with someone?
No, but
What do you wear or not wear in an outdoor shower?
Yeah.
But you're like, it's like
You're like
there's nothing.
You're like full nanga. You're like full nanga.
You're Nanga in the jungle.
You're Tarzan.
You're Tarzan. Even Tarzan had the decency to have the little loincloth.
Loincloth.
Mowgli, head of the red chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But you're like no chutney.
you don't need it.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
And you can
How
see the
far-
ocean.
How far we've come.
Okay, where were you? Let's come on. You
Yeah,
can't
where
just
were we?
give
In
us
the
a-
Mexico. Quick Smala, Mexico.
Cozumel, Mexico.
Quick Smala.
Oh. Okay, where's that? Which
Some
coast?
random ass place. I have no idea where it is, but
Were you drugged? were you like?
okay. I have to get
Is it
tell
like
you
a
guys.
cartel thing?
All right,
Yeah.
I think I have to break the whole story.
Please. There's a lot of gaps.
The problem is, there's a chance my wife hears this, so it's fine. So, a couple of years ago, opportunity for a.
And by the way, your wife is not listening to this. She has better things to do.
Way
Okay,
better.
let's
None
just-
of our wives are gonna bother.
We should admit that. That's it. Anyway, had an opportunity to go to a couples retreat. Obviously, I'm lazy and not the planner. I missed the opportunity, and my wife's like, "All right, dude, like, come on, you got to stay on top of these things." Next year comes around, and I book the couples retreat. And this is not some cheap couples retreat. It's gonna be very expensive. But I was like, dude, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna leave the kids with the parents and go there. Turns out the couples retreat is in the middle of Ramadan, and there's like, there's no way I'm going.
Wait.
Yeah.
And then your response to that was?
I was like, I already paid the money.
Oh my god.
Somebody's gotta go.
And there's like no refund on
There's
that.
no refund.
So
Okay, so you're no different than your parents. We've come full circle, dude.
Basically,
You might be spending a higher dollar amount,
Yeah.
but you're still cheaping out
You're
in the biggest
still-
way
yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
somebody's gotta. Get
somebody's got it. Yeah.
go, right?
How did that conversation go with your wife?
It's interesting.
No. What does interesting mean?
Dude, like,
How'd you
I think,
even?
hold
pitch
on.
this?
I think we were trying to unpack the shower.
How did
and
you-
now you're unpacking.
Dude, I want to unpack the unpack.
Yeah.
I think just repack everything up. Put it back. Put it back on the shelf. Okay.
Fine.
But outdoor shower. That's the
Outdoor showers is
moral of the story.
by yourself.
That's not a moral at all. Actually, I think the definition of morals are.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened. Okay. Well, when I travel alone for business It certainly isn't like that. No outdoor showers.
Wait. Are we closing it out?
Not yet.
You got more to say?
Yeah, we could chat
Okay.
more about this. There's a lot of travel talk.
Your experience is very different from my business travel
I
experience.
want to hear about yours. Yeah.
Because you sound and like very glamorous, and you're like, like full nude, and you're like, yeah, I'm showering outdoors. And,
Never done this before.
yeah, no, that's like totally not what I did. I had to go to Dubai recently, and it was a great, very awesome experience. But I also felt like a loser because I was like, I don't know what to do. Like,
You're an indoor shower.
yeah, I had an indoor shower. Okay, I wasn't free. I just wanted to hang out, and I couldn't. Okay, so
Oh, yeah, why? So why did you feel like a loser?
because it's like, what am I gonna do as a guy, like single person, going to all of these tourist locations and hot spots and cute cafes? Like, what am I? I'm just gonna take a photo. I'm just gonna become an Instagrammer, like an influencer, and take photos of myself with like sunglasses.
You know how many coworkers you could just take to the
Outside of that,
It's different. Like, I did a little bit of that, but it's different, right? Like, there's so much to see, and I don't know.
but assuming you just have time for yourself, which I've had that too.
Yeah.
But why? I mean, you don't have to do it just for the gram, right? You could just like go and have nice meals or go. But
No, totally.
I think there's something there. There's something interesting. Why didn't you feel like doing that?
It just didn't feel like I was.
So
Food was great, right? So I experienced food.
Yeah.
I ate at a bunch of restaurants, by myself, which kind of felt like a loser sometimes, but it was a good humbling experience. But other times I was just like, yeah, I wonder what they would think about this. I wonder what my son would think about this. I wonder. I connected with. I reached out to a bunch of friends. Timing was also kind of weird because it was so quick.
I took an employee to Bali with me because I didn't want to go by myself.
I don't know what sort of business you're doing, but it is not the business that I do.
you are just totally digging your own grave.
You guys have to hear this story though. So
Okay, wait, let me get this straight. Was this same gender, different gender?
yeah, same gender. I'm not gonna take a not same gender.
Doesn't matter. Does it?
And should it matter?
Well-
Should it matter?
Does it matter?
Should it matter?
Okay, so tell us. Okay, you took an employee that worked with you.
Yeah, so I go to Singapore for a couple of weeks for work.
Do you have a family at this point?
I mean, a wife. So
And you just get up and you're like, peace, I'm out for a few weeks.
a couple of weeks. Yeah, like
And like the wife didn't say anything?
I mean, I don't know how we pulled this off, but it worked out. I was like, hey, you should come with me. She's like, I got my job. I was like, all right, I'm gone. So I go there, and obviously, like, you're hanging out with your team, and this buddy of mine from Japan barely speaks any English. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? And he's like, where can we go? He's like, Bali, $40, return ticket. Like, dude, that's mad cheap from Singapore. We got to go. And he's like, I know where to stay. And so it turns out, again, this is like couples retreat 2.0. He's like, book this like super nice place. And we go there. And he's like, Emad, do you want to get a massage? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, they have couples massage. So my buddy and me,
You and an employee got a couple's massage.
totally.
Wait, he's your employee.
Yeah, I mean, he's like my coworker.
But does your
But he's your employee.
Are you the manager?
Yeah, are
I'm
you
not
his
the direct manager. I'm not his direct manager.
But does he work for your company?
Does he
Basically-
is he at the same level as you?
He's not. He's one
Different
level junior.
grades? Okay.
One level junior.
Okay.
But
Noted.
yeah.
Noted for the file. Okay.
So it's great.
There's so many HR violations
Totally.
happening in this.
And like, deal with it. You guys, first time you're hearing this story, right? You guys have never heard this story before. So another thing I learned about myself on this trip. How do you guys feel about getting massages? By the way, like you guys get massages?
Yeah, it was awkward at first, but now I'm like down with it. Yeah.
I'm
Do you,
all in. I'm all
do you have a
in.
preference for gender of the masseuse?
Tough.
Tough question.
No,
I know.
I don't have a preference.
I don't have preference.
I know you say that, but like,
No,
Honestly,
legit.
I don't have
I don't have preference.
yeah. Okay, you've had both male and female.
I've had both male and female.
Yeah.
I've had both.
Okay, that's good. So me, I'm like, I'm not used to massages at this point. I'm like, I don't really love them. My
At
wife,
this point.
like when I'm in Bali, right? My buddy's like, hey, we're gonna get a massage. We're like there getting a
On your
massage.
international rendezvous
And
with
I am like, all I've heard about massages is that they end in happy endings. I'm like, this is really awkward. I don't know where this is gonna go. The massage starts. Like, about, I can't even tell how much time had gone by. Like 45 minutes go by. And like, this is the first time, like, I'm not the first time, but like one of the first few times I'm like actually getting a massage. I'm like, oh, this is actually not bad.
Yeah.
And then, and this lady, Indonesian, doesn't speak a lick of English. Like, but at some point,
I mean,
like,
where are your prompt engineering skills?
dude, like at this point, I'm trying to figure out, am I okay with this? Am I not okay with this? Is my wife okay with this? Is she not okay with this?
Did you call your wife?
I did not. I mean, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure I was talking to her. Obviously, she knew where I was.
Way to
and
break the
what's happening.
covenant of your marriage, but okay, continue.
But at some point, she leans in and is like, "It's okay." And I'm like, "Oh shit!
Whoa.
What's about to happen?" I don't know what she meant, but I was like, "I think I'm good. You gotta get out of here." And that was the end of my body.
So you
massage.
didn't get the massage, or you did?
I ended the massage soon after. I was like, "All right, I'm good. Thank you. I gotta go."
It was a little different than I was expecting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't underwhelming. It just didn't hit the climax that I was thinking it might.
Yeah.
Yes, you were expecting a climax, right? It's kind of anticlimactic.
Very anticlimactic. I want to close out this segment strong, so I have a few rapid fire questions.
Yeah.
Window seat or aisle?
Aisle all day. Easy access, escape, restroom, mobility.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm a window seat guy. I usually pass.
I don't know who like would prefer
I know.
aisle seat over.
I know. Okay. Hotel or Airbnb?
Depends on the hotel.
Okay. I'm a hotel guy. I'm
Yeah.
kind of over Airbnb.
Like I don't want a shitty hotel.
Would you prefer a kid meltdown in the security line or on the plane?
Never. That's a trick question, brother.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Wherever my wife can manage it better.
Ooh, because you won't be, right? That's yeah. Yeah, of course. Mr. Hands off.
No, I think security line.
One airport snack that you always buy before getting on to the plane.
I get
You don't buy a snack?
Not every time.
Not every time.
What do you buy?
I get maybe a Cliff Bar or something.
I get a coffee and sometimes depends, but like
Depends.
Diaper.
yeah, depends. Yeah, like the diaper.
It's not the same thing.
But it depends. Either some nuts or
You're not making it better.
So now I want to get to our dad dilemma. Thank you for participating in the travel section. I think we had some lovely conversation there. What are we facing this week?
All right. I guess I got a dilemma.
You have so many dilemmas, man. The entire show was a dilemma. The entire show was a moral dilemma of yours.
Welcome to my life. I'm Larry David in real life. You guys you guys take your kid to the pediatrician?
Yeah.
Every time. I'm at every
So,
single visit.
I'm like 9 out of 10 most of the time.
right? So, I go do
It only
that.
happens once a year at this point, dude.
I
What
But,
do you
like,
mean,
what
9
about-
out of 10?
No, but
that
like
means
the
you
times that he gets sick. The times that he gets sick. What about those?
What is that? One more time a year? Why are you taking him to the pediatrician every time he gets sick? You just give him some
It's called
Tylenol.
urgent care or like, so you go to the doctor, doctor does a checkup. They're like, everything's good. You come home. Your wife's like, hey, did you ask about this? Did you ask about that? I'm like, no. Like, I didn't know I was supposed to. You should have gone if you really wanted to get all these questions answered. Right?
Yeah.
I'm like,
We have a shared
as a
note.
dad,
We've got a shared note.
Wow.
So she makes sure I don't goof it up.
totally. So,
Yeah.
now,
so she has
now-
no trust in you.
Oh, would you?
Knowing you? No. of
Yeah,
course
I mean,
not.
I can get the kid to the doctor.
fair, right?
All the analytics around trying to
I mean-
ask the right questions, too much.
So I think we've learned our lesson
Yeah.
now at this point.
That's always tricky.
that you're not going to go to the doctor.
Yeah, that you're.
But I think this dilemma is
you'll just
everywhere.
be
You can go.
traveling somewhere.
I don't think I could do any task without the shared note.
Experiencing an outdoor shower. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you guys? Any dilemmas?
No, I think I've experienced that maybe a little bit, but just generally speaking, like my wife will ask me to do something and it's not the way that she envisions it. I just do it according to how I see, that it needs to get done. And she'll just be like, did you do this? Did you ask about this? Why
Yeah.
didn't you do it this way?
So
I don't know. My brain operates differently. Like,
Totally.
what do you want me to say? Like I did it.
the
this
problem
way.
with the shared thing is like shit will always go haywire. Like the situation that you would not have imagined is the one that
And
would
then it's
actually
also,
happen.
like Yeah. And then it's like, how much stuff can you share?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like the main headlines that we try to tackle, but
And then, like,
obviously some things get left out.
then like I don't ask follow-up questions because like if you do ask the doctor the question the doctor answers,
Yeah,
I might not have the follow-up question that the wife would
right.
have.
Your wife would have, yes.
Right.
I get that.
Right. Yeah. This is like why we have
It's like incompetence. I think generally we're
why we have
incompetent. I think that's what we're talking about here.
ChatGPT, they're like, hey, hold on, doctor, let me ask you what follow-up question I need to ask you. Like,
So I'm an idiot and I don't know how to do anything. So
that's actually an interesting idea. What if you train up ChatGPT with all the questions my wife would ask, and then
That's going to be problematic for the amount of data sharing you're putting out there. Well, I have a different dad dilemma. So I don't know about you guys, but growing up, I was never really around dogs because, Muslim household, dogs.
Yeah,
are
there's
just
no
not a
farishtas,
thing.
man.
Yeah, there's a whole thing about that, right? So I wasn't very comfortable about. Yeah, are you calling me a kutte? Is that what you're saying? Kutti. So I wasn't very comfortable with dogs, but I kind of grew out of it over time. What has happened is one of my kids is the same way, not very comfortable around dogs, and to the point that we thought it might be like a phobia almost. And a few days ago, we had to go to someone's house where they have a puppy, like kind of a decent sized puppy, very rambunctious, playful. So, and all the kids were kind of playing in the backyard where this dog is. And the question was, in my mind, how much support do I provide my child as they're kind of dealing with this issue that I personally remember and have trauma around, but do I index to my own trauma and like overprotect, or do I let the child figure it out?
experience, yeah.
And I think was so in my own head about it, and what ended up happening was the dog was around and all of us were kind of playing, and by the end of it, my kid was totally comfortable, like playing, petting, and the dilemma there in my mind was overthinking versus letting things go a little
but you've
bit.
gone too far now because they now want a dog, and you're like,
Oh my god, my kids, my other two kids want a dog already.
Really?
Yeah, فرشته. So I'm gonna lean back on that.
Okay. All right.
next thing you know, you're starting to eat pork.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That's
straight to pork.
That escalated
You
quickly.
got
guys.
Budweiser in your fridge.
that was a deep
Escalation.
wild turn.
Wow.
Wild turn. Until next time. All right, folks, that is a wrap. Thanks so much for listening to NaanSense. Every week, we take the nonsense and make some naan out of it. Thanks to my co-hosts, Sajid and Ahmed, for being co-pilots in this wonderful, wonderful episode. And to everyone in our audience, don't forget to rate, like, and subscribe. You can find us on Instagram at NaanSense Show and on YouTube as well. Until next time, keep eating and making that naan. We'll see you later.
We're gonna have to find a better tagline. There's no not.
It's easy.